Hold up. Yeah.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is FoxyDude98 here, and welcome back to a brand new video for you guys here on my channel. Today we are back with my F1 2016 Career Mode Season 3 with Red Bull Racing. This is the finale of Season 3. We've managed to get through our third season, which is really crazy. So, guys, if you do enjoy today's video, drop a like on it. That'd be absolutely awesome. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. And, yeah, let's get into today's video. Which is going to be a little bit different, a little bit special, because it is the finale. But as you can see in the drivers and the constructors standings, we have wrapped it all up for Red Bull, which is absolutely awesome. As you can see there, we have won a numerous amounts of Grand Prix this season, which I'm super happy about. But obviously, guys, the poll is now shut in terms of recording, because this video is going to spoil where I actually go. So as you can see then, into practice we go, and we're onto the track acclimatization test, and everything's going quite nicely for us. But before we get into all this practice and stuff, I'm going to be starting from last on the grid. We're going to be going from last and trying to get to first. And also, as you can see here by the tyre wear test, I'm actually going to be doing a 50% race rather than the normal 25% race, because it is the finale. If you guys don't know, I don't have enough time to constantly do 50% races and then get them up on a daily basis like I normally do. Otherwise, it would just clash with university so badly that I wouldn't be able to do it. Hence why I do 25% races. But because it was a finale, I thought, screw it, let's go and do a 50% race, which is exactly what we're going to be doing. So as you can see, we nailed all of the practice programs, but we don't really need to care about them because I ceased the R&D development with Red Bull. So there's no point in me trying to just carry on here. But as you can see then, we're going to listen to the voicemail. Emma's going to be like, yo, Foxy, you need to, get this position in qualifying. And I was just like, bitch, I've already won the championship. I'm about to do my own thing. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So as you can see, we're going to be loading up into qualifying now. This is me actually loading into qualifying here. And as you can see, I'm just going to skip David because I don't like him. And here we are ready for qualifying. The team are happy. They're ready for me to go. And then I'm just like, nah, I can't be bothered, to be honest. I'm just going to retire from the session. And I'm going to be starting plumb last. And I'm going to try and fight my way through the field, see how high up the grid we can get, and it should be really, really interesting to see what we can do. And also, because this is now a 50% race, it means that strategy will play a big part in this Grand Prix, and hopefully we can use that as our advantage. But again, here are the resource points. We've only got 11 of them, which is pretty good actually. Really, really helps me a lot. In the driver rivalry, Daniel Ricciardo does beat us after me not qualifying at all. So that's a bit of a shame, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. We lose 3 points in the driver position, but that's not to worry. And we're going to listen to the voicemail now. I believe Emma wants us to finish 7th, beat Ricciardo, and also get 3rd in the championship. So we're guaranteed the 3rd in the championship thing, because that's obvious. But anyway, let's get into the race for the finale of this 2016 Career Mode. Let's do it.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. It was a good showing from Red Bull in qualifying, and Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Rosberg, Kimi Raikkonen, and Perez, Grosjean, Massa, Button, and Nico Hülkenberg, Gutierrez, Kvyat, Carlos Sainz, and Haryanto, Palmer, Magnussen, Fernando Alonso, and Valtteri Bottas, Wehrlein, and Nasser, Marcus Ericsson, and a Red Bull rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Alright then, guys, as you can see, we're on the grids here for the finale of this 2016 Career Mode, and the team would like me to start on the super soft tyres and then do another stop onto super soft tyres, and then on the final stint run the soft tyres to the end. However, I didn't feel like that was the perfect strategy for me, as I felt like it just wouldn't allow me to be very racy. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be changing up the strategy. Now, this stint here that you can see me trying to do now is not the strategy that I do go on. I was just trying to see what type of stints I could do, and I was just trying to plan out the strategy for this race. So that's exactly what I was trying to do. So let's see how we can do in this Grand Prix. So as you can see, with just you don't even need to worry about this strategy thing. I was literally just sitting here like, what strategies can I do? And that's exactly the mindset I took into this last to first challenge, theoretically. As I want to try and see, what strategy can I do, and what could I potentially do in order to ruin the Parsi for Ricciardo, who starts in pole position. So as you can see then, we are on the grid, and we're going to decide. I decided to start on the super soft tyres and I decided to crash into the back of Nasser on the formation lap because why not? I mean, who cares? And then I got kicked from the formation lap, so I just skipped it. So as you can see then, we are here on the grid. We've got 5 red lights here for the finale of this F1 2016 career mode. And it is lights out, and away we go for this career mode here. And as you can see, we've got a good start passing Marcus Ericsson straight away. And now we're going up to the back of Felipe Nasser, who's probably going to be quite scared of us, but it's okay. We're going to go down the inside of a bunch of cars here. And that's exactly what we do, up into 15th place already, passing the likes of the Williamses, which are far down the order. Now I've got Kevin Magnussen in front of us in the Renault, but we're going to go around the outside. But I had to go around the outside there to avoid outbraking myself and going into the back of Magnussen, making a dive bomb here. And we go past 3 other cars here, getting past Fiat, also Magnussen and someone else there, and go down the inside of Jenson Button here, also down the inside of a house of Gutierrez here. So some great driving for myself here, but it's not over yet. We're going to chuck the car into rich fuel mixture and stay in front of Gutierrez, and we do just that here. Now we've got the 2 Mercedes-powered drivers of Hülkenberg and Massa, that I honestly do not care. A double slipstream and my Renault power, and I'm going to come blasting past the pair of them here. Down the inside we go past the pair of them, but Felipe Massa puts up a bit of a fight here, so we're going to let him take the corner. He's going to run a little bit wide, and that's going to give me a switchback move on Massa, and now it's a drag race down this long back straight here, but we get past Felipe Massa, so a great start from us. We're now already up into 8th place in this race already, so we've made some huge gains so early on in this Grand Prix. So 2.3 seconds, I think that says, is the gap between myself and Romain Grosjean in the Haas car, so he's definitely made a lot of progress as well, so good to see that. And got some yellow flags in the background. I was thinking there, please don't be a safety car for those yellow flags, but luckily there was no safety car, of course, which would have ruined my entire strategy and my entire plans, to be honest. So happy that that didn't come out, and we can carry on roaming on the super soft tyres, which is very nice. So let's continue where we are. So, of course, we're now already pulling away from Esteban Gutierrez, who's overtaken Massa and Hülkenberg. So he's obviously got past them when I got past them. Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest lap, so he's actually in the lead of this race and has overtaken my teammate somewhere. And, of course, Ricciardo is in a close 2nd place, but now I'm to the Grand Prix now. We're closing up to Romain Grosjean. You can see we're down the 2nd DRS zone, but the DRS is not activated yet. It's only lap 2 of this Grand Prix. We set a purple middle sector. I ran very wide here, but that's going to give me a straight running. And as you can see, I tried to go down the inside of Romain Grosjean here. I had to back out of it, and a little bit of contact there with Grosjean, but at the end of the day, it was only a tiny little tap, just to let him know that I'm about to dive bomb him, which is going to come up in this right-hand, as you can see right now. Breaking down the inside here, a very difficult move to do that, because of course you're constantly swooping right. So to try and brake and get that job done, very difficult overtake. So I'm pretty proud of that one, and very good job there. On to lap 3 of the Grand Prix now, and Sergio Perez is being a little bit of a cork in the bottle. It appears that he's holding up Raikkonen and Nico Rosberg, which is perfect, because that's giving me the opportunity to close up on the pair of them. So as you can see here, we're going to activate the DRS wide open, and you can see I've got no threat from Grosjean behind, so it's just the drivers in front, and you can see I'm closing as much as I possibly can on these drivers, but they've got the slipstream on each other. So at the moment, I'm just trying to wait for them all to make some scraps into this chicane here, and you can see I've closed right up to Raikkonen already, and that is perfect for us, and we've got a great exit out of the corner here. And can we make a move here on Sergio Perez? We've got the DRS open. We're going to go 4 abreast here, round on this back straight. A brilliant bit of driving from myself here and from all the other drivers, and we get through all 3 drivers in one straight. A fabulous bit of driving there from the 4 of us to keep that clean, and to have 4 abreast down the back straight was absolutely brilliant to see, and that's really well done. However, onto lap 4 of the Grand Prix, Kimi Raikkonen may be slower than us in his Ferrari. However, he is on a set of ultra soft tyres, which are a faster compound than mine, and Kimi fancies a little bit of a run on us, I'm not going to lie. And down the back straight we go. Kimi Raikkonen feels like this position that I overtook him for should be his. As you can see, the DRS is open on the Ferrari. He's going to come on through. He keeps closing, he's closing, he's closing. He's going to go to the left-hand side of the circuit, and I'm going to defend the outside line, but it's going to give me the inside line into the second part of the chicane. However, outbraking Kimi Raikkonen there is no way for him to get past, with Sebastian Vettel just in front. And in fact, me and Raikkonen are both closing on Vettel, so that's pretty interesting. So hopefully we can try and get past Vettel to put some pressure on Kimi Raikkonen, as the Ferrari will start considering team orders perhaps. So as you can see then, we're defending from Raikkonen, and he was no threat down the back straight, so we don't need to worry about that. On to lap 5 of the Grand Prix, and you can see that the gap between myself and Vettel is closing quite dramatically, and that Kimi Raikkonen behind is also still right there with me, so he's following me along here. in my pursuit of the front-running drivers. So I need to start getting on with it. So as you can see now, we're changing over to the different camera angle, but you can see that I have now got into range of DRS on Sebastian Vettel. So you can see here from this camera angle, the DRS is wide open, and we've got the car into rich fuel mixture with the slipstream. I'm sorry, but this Renault is broken. Eat my straight line speed, hacks Vettel. I'm able to get past him, and I'm able to go back onto the racing line there. Such is the brute speed that this Renault Power has got, and I'm pretty proud of that. That was a very strange overtake. I wasn't expecting to go that fast against Vettel, but I just blitzed past him, so we'll take that one. We're up into second place now in this Grand Prix. With Lewis Hamilton in the lead. My teammate Ricciardo actually made an early pit stop to go onto the soft tyres, and you can see him there. He is now in second on soft tyres, while Lewis Hamilton is on super soft tyres. So Hamilton going for a different strategy in this Grand Prix compared to Daniel Ricciardo, and it's my turn now to come into the pits, and I'm basically going to be doing the same as Daniel Ricciardo, and I'm going to be coming in for a set of the soft tyres. So very split strategies here. Mercedes are going more aggressive, which means Hamilton's going to close up to Ricciardo more, but Ricciardo's going to be able to go longer in the race than Hamilton. So Hamilton may have the upper hand at the moment, but he's not going to have the upper hand later on in the race when Ricciardo pits for potentially the super softs, and Hamilton will go on to the softs. I don't even know. This is the beauty about 3-tyre compounds. It's so strange. You do not know what strategy everyone's going to go on. So as you can see, we come out of the pits, but unfortunately for myself, I actually rejoined behind Kimi Raikkonen, who you saw I overtook earlier on in the race. Of course, that was because he came in for his pit stop. However, I've got very fresh soft tyres, whereas Kimi Raikkonen has got slightly worn super soft tyres. So a lot of the drivers going for super softs in this second stint, whereas I'm going to be going long and going on a set of the taking these soft tyres quite a way into the Grand Prix. So as you can see now, we've got into DRS range of Kimi Raikkonen, so we're going to see if we can make any sort of challenge on Kimi. So we've got the DRS open, you can see it there. We are into rich fuel mixture. However, down this long back straight, it's just not enough to get past Kimi Raikkonen. We're just going to have to wait a little bit, but you can see how much I've closed up on the Ferrari driver, so we're definitely in a good range to attack him down this next back straight, which you can see exactly what we're doing now. So the DRS has come back open for myself here. Raikkonen pulling away from me as we pull closer and closer to Kimi Raikkonen, but I am the dive bomb king, so it's exactly what we're going to do. Down the inside here, Kimi Raikkonen didn't expect that one coming. Going to give him some space there, but eventually we got the job done on Kimi Raikkonen. A very nice move indeed. And that is Raikkonen done and dusted. Next up the road is Lewis Hamilton, about 9 seconds up the road, so he's a very long way away. However, on these soft tyres, I'll be able to go longer, and when his super soft tyres start fading away, that's when I'll be able to close the gap on Hamilton, and then of course he'll pit earlier. However, I'll have the fresher tyres throughout the entire race. Unfortunately though, Jenson Button is out of the Grand Prix, and we're going to find out why here. So, what the hell? I think Button just got hit by a Force India out of nowhere there. So we're going to rewind this backwards. Have a look what happens. We've got the Force India here coming in, and he just literally T-bones and just takes out Button from behind and says, yeah, I didn't like your racing career. Sorry, man. I just had to blow you up. That was basically it. I mean, he did a good job of blowing up an AI driver. So fair dues to the Force India for doing that, but unfortunate for Jenson Button that he had to retire from this race. On to lap 10 though of the Grand Prix, focusing now on myself here. I run wide on the exit of the hairpin, and Raikkonen on the super soft tyres is definitely not out of this, put himself out of the equation. He's gone flying past us here, and he's going to have DRS down this back straight. I'm going to stick right into the slipstream of Kimi Raikkonen, not going to back out of it here. And as we make a charging move down the inside here, Dive Bomb King coming through, and we make the move stick, but Raikkonen holds it on, and he's going to bounce over the curbs, and he literally whacks the side of my car there, bouncing over the curbs, and gets that job done, and I was really angry about that one. So I'm not going to be over yet. This time I've got DRS, and I'm going to come and fight back against Raikkonen after his stupid maneuver, because he doesn't know how to dive bomb properly, and as you can see, I have now made the job done there, and I am past Kimi Raikkonen once again, but we've now got a little bit of a train of cars with myself, Raikkonen, Rosberg and Vettel all closing me down. However, onto lap 13 of the Grand Prix, the DRS has been disabled and the virtual safety car has been deployed. So the race is effectively neutralised, but there is no safety car, which will not close up the entire pack, which I was kind of hoping for, because I would have gone to another set of soft tyres. However, as you can see, the virtual safety car has ended and we are back racing again. I can tell you that there was a problem with Danny Gaffiat. My engineer told me that Danny Gaffiat had some sort of issue. However, he wasn't out of the race, so obviously he must have slowed down or maybe spun or something, and it caused a VSC. On to lap 18 of the Grand Prix, and my teammate Daniel Ricciardo has pitted for a set of super soft tyres, and now I'm in the lead of the race, but of course I'm sort of on a different strategy to everybody else. However, because Ricciardo whacked me off the circuit in Brazil, I'm actually going to fend him off. I'm not going to let him through because he's on fresh tyres. I'm actually going to defend it. I'm going to just try and see if I can defend this lead. So Daniel Ricciardo goes to the inside line here. He's got much better tyres and much better straight line speed and a faster compound. Down the inside he goes. However, I'm going to stick it round the outside, and I'm going to have the second part of the chicane all to myself here to shove Ricciardo wide. And I'm saying, you forced me off the track, and you pushed me off the track in Brazil, and Christian Horner was not happy about that, I could say. And I'm going to fend him off, but Ricciardo comes back at us with another blast of DRS, and he's going to go around the outside this time, whereas I'm going to take the inside line, and I'm going to shove him wide once again. So sorry about that, Daniel, but I'm kind of not going to let you through. Hashtag corner cut by there. So as you can see, we sped up the camera angle just a bit there. Moving on to lap 20 of the Grand Prix, Ricciardo is coming back at us again. This time he is in the same position as normal. However, I am going to be coming into the pits very, very soon to activate Plan B of my strategy. Because, of course, right now, I'm not on Plan A or Plan B of what the two strategies were. I'm kind of on Plan C, actually. So as you can see here, Daniel Ricciardo is going to be in my slipstream with the DRS wide open. And you can see here, he's just so much quicker on those super soft tyres. It's definitely going to be hard to keep him back. And down the inside, however, we still stick it on Daniel Ricciardo, and we make the move stick down the inside. I'm sorry, Daniel, but you're kind of just going to have to wait. And there we are, taking our time coming through the corners, but Ricciardo did not capitalize, and this time I've neutralized the effect of the second part of the DRS here. So I'm definitely not going to let Ricciardo through. No way am I doing that. I kind of have a bit of a rivalry going on with Ricciardo right now, and yeah, I don't really want to let him through, to be honest. As you can see here, I'm going to be pitting at the end of this lap to go on to a set of the to another pit stop here. So as you can see, we're coming into the pits now, and it's time to activate my secret weapon. So I managed to take these soft tyres a lot longer into the Grand Prix than my team said. So as you can see, we started lap 21, and I'm going to be going on to the ultra soft tyres. So I'm going to be taking the quickest compounded tyres. So now the mighty Red Bull is going to be very, very fast. So hopefully this will counter everything, and we can try and close up on Ricciardo and Hamilton and put ourselves in a strong position at the end of the race. So that was my plan all along. I was going to see how long I could take those soft tyres for. I took them a long way. I probably maybe could have taken them about a lap or two longer, but I didn't want the others to close up on us, so I just stuck with what we got. Now we're on a set of super soft tyres, and you can already see the amount of grip I've got, and I can already feel the brute speed of this Red Bull. So ultra soft tyres to the end of the race. Let's go and put the power down and see what we can do with this amazing Red Bull car. On to lap 22 of the Grand Prix. Now, as you can see, Lewis Hamilton pitted from super softs to ultra softs. Now he's coming in. And now he's coming in for a set of soft tyres to take him to the end of the race with 5 laps to go. I've got to set the fast lap of the Grand Prix, which means I'm now up into second place, which is very, very good. And Ricciardo still on his super soft tyres. However, coming on to lap 24 of the Grand Prix, you can see that Daniel has come into the pits, and as we come across the start-finish line, I'm now going to take the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So it seems that the AIs have all done a 3-stop strategy, whereas I'm doing a 2-stop strategy in this race, and Ricciardo is now behind me, and I now have track position. So on to lap 26 of the Grand Prix. This is a straight fight now between me and Ricciardo for the win of this race. I'm not backing down this time. Ricciardo is not on a different strategy. We're going to the end of the race. Ricciardo's on a fresher set of tyres, so this is going to be a titanic finish to the end of the race. So DRS is activated for Daniel Ricciardo. He's going to go to the outside line for this first part of the chicane. You can see the drag race we're having. Towards this corner we go, breaking down the inside of Ricciardo, and we're going to make sure we counter his little switchback move, and we do that just perfectly there. And once again, we've neutralized the second phase of DRS for Ricciardo, and he won't be able to fight us into this corner here. So definitely working well for us at the moment, and we just need to stay ahead of Ricciardo, and we could potentially win this Grand Prix after starting last and perfecting a beautiful strategy. But we've still got a while to go in this race. Further on into lap 26 of the Grand Prix, Ricciardo is directly behind us, and as you can see, into the second to last corner we go. That was nice, and that was pretty well done. Into the final corner we go now, a nicely executed final corner there. However, Ricciardo has got a brilliant traction out of the final corner here. He's actually going to try for it in the inside line into turn 1. I'm going to give him some space here down the inside, and we've made contact. Ricciardo has gone spinning, and he's nearly hit the wall there, and that is going to cause some controversy in the comments and also on the Red Bull pit wall. But it's time to find out, did I give Ricciardo room? Did Ricciardo become a complete plum? Let's go find out. So down the inside here, it's not actually a great camera angle. Ricciardo just goes spinning there. We're going to have to look at it from onboard Ricciardo's point of view, find out what happens. So you can see he's got great traction coming out of the final corner. He fakes to the outside, then goes to the inside line, down into turn 1. He's got the... Okay, actually, No, I gave him the space into turn 1. You clearly saw he was not fully off the circuit. He just put the car back alongside me. And that was his fault, unfortunately. That's just desperate moves. And unfortunately, onto the last lap of the Grand Prix, round the final corner we come. I'm sorry, Ricciardo, but I'm going to snatch your victory today. Last in this Grand Prix, and I have gone and won the race. Ultimate AI, 50% race. I perfected the 2-stop strategy, whereas everyone else did a 3-stop, and that gave me track position. Christian Horner seems really happy there. You'll probably have a word with Daniel Ricciardo because he tried to do the dive bomb. He tried to attack the dive bomb king. However, you just can't. It's just impossible. But yeah, what an absolutely fantastic finale for this race, and what a great way to see off my final race with Red Bull Racing. Guys, if you have enjoyed this career mode, especially with Red Bull Racing, drop it a big fat thumbs up. That'd be absolutely awesome. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, that'd be absolutely awesome. And I want to thank every single one of you that keep subscribing every single day. We've gained about 20 subs in 2 days at the moment, so I'm really, really happy to see the progress of this channel. And you guys are absolutely amazing, so I really do thank you ever so much for being such amazing people. But as you can see, we took the trophy there. Ricciardo seems happy on the podium, but I'm pretty sure I can tell you right now that when we're in the little driver's briefing, you know, getting some water and getting the hats, I did give him a hat and he did try and throw it back at me. So Ricciardo was not a happy bunny, I'm going to tell you that right now. But what a Abu Dhabi Grand Prix you have just witnessed here. And as you can see from the full classification then, I started last and I won the Grand Prix. However, as you can see, quite a lot of people did 2 stops. Some did 3 stops. Of course, Ricciardo did a 3-stop strategy. And I perfected the 2-stop. And as soon as I knew that Ricciardo was going to do the 3-stop, as soon as he came into the pits, I knew that it was advantage me because Ricciardo never had a pit stop's advantage on myself. And because I pushed hard on the start of those the ultra soft tyres, I was able to get very far in front. And then eventually Ricciardo had to fight me. And of course, I managed to fend him off when I was on a slow, worn-out set of soft tyres, and he was on super soft tyres. So when we had the same compound together, it was going to be a straight fight. And unfortunately, Ricciardo tried to do a desperate move down the inside into turn 1, but I gave him the room and he just made contact with me and he spun around, so unfortunate for him. So what a finale though anyway. So as you can see here, we're getting all of our career scores and all of this stuff, and as you can see, it is the end of the season. However, unfortunately for myself, I did not get a contract offer from any other teams, which means I am going to be restarting the career mode like I did with Red Bull. I'm not really fussed about it, to be honest. I don't really care. So as you can see then, we're going to be clicking next season. And I am going to be restarting, or starting a fresh career mode with a brand new team. And you're going to see that in this video. So have fun, guys. So as you can see, we're going to be opening up the laptop. I've had a great season with Red Bull. As you can see, we're going to be clicking next season. And that is us there. So you can see, we initially were going to stay with Red Bull. And then, we wanted to change teams. However, we didn't get a contract offer. So as you can see, the screen goes black on Red Bull. And it's time for a fresh start at Ferrari. Yes, guys, I'm going to be going for Ferrari in Season 4. And for some reason, I've got a nice gold laptop, so that's quite cool. And as you can see here, Emma's very delighted. She's going to give us a tutorial on contracts and all that stuff. But guys, I did check the votes and I did check the poll. And I checked the comment section down below every single day. And Ferrari had, I believe, 51 votes or 41 votes. And also Williams had 21 votes. However, Ferrari was a long, long way clear, and lots of people wanted me to drive for Ferrari, and that's exactly what I've done. So guys, unfortunately Red Bull will not be the fastest car, because I had to start a new career mode in order for me to get this team. I did it with Red Bull as well, so it's not really that much of a problem. Ferrari are the 3rd fastest car, so we're definitely going to have to fight the Red Bulls and the Mercedes to start with, and then hopefully our development can take us forward. But guys, that is going to be it for my Red Bull career mode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next week for Season 4 of my F1 2016 career mode with Ferrari. Take care, guys. Peace.